Well, if it isn't Michelle. You are Michelle, right?
Yeah, it's me, Walter Cunningham in the flesh. What are you doing, Clarita?
Why are you so sad? You're killing my vibe.
Well, I just found out today that they nationalized the Second Amendment back in 2010.
Why is that a problem? I mean, guns in all the states. No big deal.
A gun killed my mother.
Ew.
It's a long story, like really long.
Okay, I don't want to hear it.
But to understand that story, you have to hear the story of my grandfather.
I really don't want to hear it.
And I'm pretty sure you want to hear how my family dealt with it.
No, I don't. Just stop.
It all started back in the Great Depression.
Are you even listening to me?
How did we get here?
What do you mean, son? You got forced in by the storm.
No, I mean, how did we become so well off after being so poor? And how did we get so much respect?
Well, it all started some 40 years ago when I was with some folks who didn't take too kindly to a feller named Tom Robinson.
Is this a story within a story?
Yeah? So what?
Get aside from the door. You know what we want.
Hey, Mr. Cunningham. How's your entailment going? Remember me? I'm Jean Louise Finch. I go to school with Walter Jr. He's your boy, ain't he, son? He's in my grade. He's a nice boy, a real nice boy. Tell him hey for me, won't you?
I'll tell him you said hey, little lady. Come on, boys. Let's clear out. Scout reminded me of you, and I realized I was ashamed of myself and what I was doing. It was unbefitting human conduct. So I walked away, and it was the last time I ever did something like that. I reckon it was the same for the rest of Maycomb, because soon after that, the government passed the anti-lynching law. I say we were better off for it.
All that because Scout made small talk with you? Is that how we got our money too?
No, son. We stayed poor for a while after that. But then the government started giving us these here subsidies. And they paid us lots of money for our produce. And they got us more land for planting. So eventually we got enough money to get ourselves. Then they started doing our work for us. I was ashamed to get yourself an education. So that's how we got our respect and our money.
Your grandmother is pretty old-fashioned.
Yeah.
And your parents, they were really brave.
Yeah, my parents were really brave. They tried to make a difference in the world, and I'm so proud of them.
Equal rights, equal pay.
Equality for everyone, regardless of gender or race. Women deserve the same rights as men. Blacks deserve the same rights as whites.
No, man! You're wrong! You're seriously wrong! This is sickening! White men are superior!
No, how dare you! Equality for all.
One final time, go away or we'll have to take serious action.
Equality for all. Equality for all. Equality for all.
Oh my god!
If you thought that was interesting,
I didn't!
Wait until you hear how everyone reacted to my mom's death. My dad took it hardest of all. After some soul searching, my dad decided to ask my grandfather what really happened at Tom Robinson's cell that night. Are you eating a popsicle?
I couldn't find any popcorn.
I'm telling a story.
I'm eating a popsicle.
Okay.
Why did you do it?
Might I do what, son?
Why did you go to Tom Robinson's cell that night? You could have hurt Scout's father. You could have hurt an innocent man framed by an unfair system. Why did you do it?
I'm a farmer, son, not a lawyer. I never finished school. I don't know nothing about laws, philosophy, and such. All I know about colored rights is that there was a law protecting them back in 1875, but the Supreme Court removed it. No one was trying to put it into place anyway. It seemed like a good enough reason. I mean, them judges, they know more than I do.
That's not an answer.
I thought he was guilty, son. There. Society had built Tom Robinson. He had built him not to be a person. But we could sacrifice him to make ourselves feel better, and feel like justice had been served. Your scout, she reminded me that I was human. She was special that way.
What am I gonna do about Michelle? How am I gonna raise her without her mother?
Teach her, son.
What?
Teach her. In her bravery, Scout taught me to be human. In her bravery, she taught you to fight for what you believe in. Tell your daughter the story of her mother, and teach her to be brave, like her mother.
I still remember when the whole Tom Robinson affair happened. Scout was so brave, even when it seemed everyone was against her. My father was against her father too. He had gone with the mob to Tom Robinson's cell to do Lord knows what, but she stopped him, and since that day, he was different. You changed him, Scout. I don't know how you did it, but you did, and it was good. What a beautiful sunset.
Wow, your family's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Your parents were so cool, and your grandfather was just awesome. I'm sure you're just like them.
You know what? You're right. I'm just like my family. I'm done being sad.
Maybe your story wasn't so bad after all.
Really? Because there's more.
No!
Ooh, girl, look at them waves. They be a-waving. Ooh, yeah, loving them waves. I think I see